Okay, I was trying to see how long I could actually hold that pose before I actually had to relinquish and, you know, be normal, I guess, is whatever. Hello, it's Wednesday. It's the day after the 4th of July. I hope your 4th of July was a great one. Mine was fantastic with Mom's pot roast and among other things. And this is a short Hey, is that working better? Does that work set now? Still no sound? There should be sound now. Yes? Yes? Yes. Okay, cool. Huh. Well, so much for this device. It's not working. I plugged it in and there was no sound, whereas the other night it worked like a charm. Oh boy. Technology. You can't live with it. And then you can't live without it, and then you can't use it, so you can't live with it, right? That sound you heard was me trashing the microphone. It's gone. Oh my God. Actually, it wasn't expensive, barely. The microphone is, that microphone's about 7 years old. Yeah, 7 years old. Maybe older than that. Okay, it was just sitting here, and I thought I'd use it. Figured why not, you know? But I haven't had those sound problems of before, so I think we're okay. Anyway, welcome to the live stream. Patrick, thank you so much. Thank you. Still no Comic-Con sponsor, which really saddens me. I have proposals out there, and hey, the stream is good. I have proposals out there, but no takers, and it's getting down to the wire. So I've had me pick up the phone and making calls because hey, this is something where if you let me show you something, folks. I want to show you the magic of what I have done here. Okay, I'm actually quite proud of my handiwork here, all right? Because if you go, there's a lot of content here regarding Comic-Con, all right? But I want to show you something. A lot of content, right? Let me show you something. I'm buying time to actually be able to show you this, right? This is on Google under a search for, quote, San Diego Comic-Con 2017, unquote. Okay? Thank you for the thumbs up. Take a look at this. Let me take you for a ride, all right? See this? These are the results, okay? Can you see these results, right? All right? These are the results, right? Saggy Says, comic book, Watch Entertainment, and then Zenny62 live blog, Zenny62 live blog, Zenny62 live blog. Shall I keep going? Yes. Parks and Cons, Zenny62 live blog, Zenny62 live vlog, and Zenny62 live vlog. Now we go on the second page, okay? And there's Zenny62 live vlog, the tick. Parks and Cons, Zenny62 live vlog, Zenny62 live vlog, Zenny62 live vlog yet again, okay? Zenny62 live vlog, Zenny62 live vlog, Zenny62 live vlog, Zenny62 live vlog. Woo, Zenny62 live vlog. I think you get the idea, okay? I have more video content related to 2017 San Diego Comic-Con than anyone. So if you sponsor with my coverage, all those videos will have your name or corporate name on them. Isn't that really cool? And I'm not going to stop, folks. Tomorrow I'm going on a massive tear. I'm going to just flood the system with new news about Comic-Con. This is actually part of it, okay? Any Star Wars news out there? You know what? Star Wars, that's a very good question. Star Wars The Last Jedi is reportedly not going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. I know that's sad news, and I hope that, you know, the situation changes, but right now that's the report. It will not be at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, the question is, will it be at D23 by Disney? Well, D23 passed, so no. Barry Lee says, I'll bet they'll have a panel there for the new Thor movie. Yes, and now Thor Ragnarok. And I'm typing yes. The Supergirl will be there. The schedule should be up by now. I'm going to go over there and check out the schedule. The schedule is generally released 2 weeks before the Comic-Con starts. So 2 weeks is tomorrow. So but let's see if they jumped to the gun and went today. Hey, thumbs up, folks. We got 8 people watching and 1 thumbs up. Oh, please. The Toucan tip of the day. We have, now for those of you wondering what San Diego Comic-Con is all about, I'll tell you. It is the largest comic book convention and convention gathering of the popular culture, pop culture related people and content and events in the world. It started in 1971 in San Diego. It was in Oakland, I believe, for 1 year, then came back to San Diego, and then starting in 2005, Comic-Con took off, and then it really started to expand with the growth of content in digital media. And let me make it just really simple, okay? When movies like Iron Man, 2008 Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. came out, and there was a better fusing between digital media and comics, and more of our heroes and heroines came onto the screen, the attendance at Comic-Con went through the roof, starting that so that by 2010, it for all practical purposes maxed out. And between 2010 and now, 2017, Comic-Con has actually been over capacity, or what Comic-Con marketing in public relations Vice President Dave Glanzer would say, the campus has been forced to expand. And that's why Comic-Con has really spent a lot of time trying to find a new convention center solution for its problems. So, and the problems have to do, hey, thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. And the problems really have to do with just the sheer number of people. No, but hey, Gold Warriors, how you doing? No, you're right. Overcrowding is not good. But having said that, I'll say this: Comic-Con is my mecca. You know, if I hope able to make it there, because I mean, this is my 8th year as credential press. I'm already credentialed. That's done. I mean, they're like my family, okay? But for me, it's my mecca because everybody is happy. And as I said to Dave Glanzer last year, I said that Dave Glanzer last year, there was all this talk about, because you know it was the height of the campaign, right? About divided America and all this stuff. And I said that the media should really focus on San Diego Comic-Con, because if you want to see a picture of how happy and how together America is, hey ML, how you doing? You got to come to Comic-Con. Everybody's happy, smiling. Race? Nah. Sexism? Nah. It's like, and even then, I think as a blog pointed out a few years ago, the matter of, in fact I haven't seen this blog in a while, but the matter of sexism problems was immediately dealt with at Comic-Con, unlike other places. And Comic-Con is a great place for the family. You could take a family of 4 with kids and have a fantastic time. Having said that, however, it is expensive. It really is. Now, okay, now, why not I digress? Pitch deck, Patrick Pat, is a pitch deck is a PowerPoint that shows what the potential sponsor will get if they pay into the sponsorship ask that the pitch deck mentions. That's what a pitch deck is. I am pitching you to sponsor Zenny 62 Media's 8th year of coverage at San Diego Comic-Con. That's what that's all about. So that's a pitch deck, Mr. Blackman. And Barry Lee says, yeah, it bites that Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. won't be there this year either. It was announced by Clark on Twitter. Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will not be there this year. The sad thing is, and I really still don't believe this, is that I don't believe it, but Josh Whedon is not going to be there either, because he's working on the Justice League. You know, now he was signed on to work on the Justice League. And now Go Warrior says Denver Comic-Con is the same as San Diego Comic-Con, and Denver Comic-Con I think is finished up, but I'd like to go. Yeah, there's so many Comic-Cons now that, to me, it gets not. I'm not going to take sides. At least I am going to take sides. I side with San Diego Comic-Con versus Salt Lake City. I have nothing against the Salt Lake City people. I don't know them, but the Comic-Con people I know. And Dave Glanzer in particular personally invited me to cover San Diego Comic-Con. So anyway, but my point is I'm waiting for Nick Young to show up. Nick Young, with the Warriors, right? Nick Young used to be with the Lakers, Shaggy P, right? Shaggy P. And I asked if Nick Young is going to be there, because I want to talk a little bit while I'm talking about Comic-Con. I want to talk about the different celebrities that you see and how fun it is, and the possibility that you could see Nick Young passing by you. That's the kind of place it is, you might see Nick Young, you might see Arnold Schwarzenegger, you might see Bruce Willis. Boy, you might see a lot of, it's that kind of place. There are comic book conventions, and then there's Comic-Con. And again, what I love about it is that everybody is happy. Everybody is happy. Barry Lee says, Josh Whedon, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Angel were groundbreaking shows. Yeah, they sure were. And it was also the home, talking about Comic-Con, of the people who gave rise to Scott Pilgrim. Did anyone see Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Remember that? I'm gonna wait for see someone responds and says yes. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which was this kind of comic book-ish, story brought to life. But if you didn't see Scott Pilgrim versus the World, it was actually a book that was optioned at Comic-Con, at San Diego Comic-Con. That's how it became a movie. And so Stan Lee is the creator for many of Marvel's characters. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Speaking of which, there will be a celebration for Jack Kirby. And let me read that to you, because I think you should know this. Jack Kirby will turn 100 around the time of San Diego Comic-Con, all right? Now, Jack Kirby, you say, who is Jack Kirby? Wow. Jack Kirby is uh, as much of a legend in his own right as his partner, and he created the X-Men, Captain America, Silver Surfer. You've heard of those characters? Jack Kirby did that. Well, I'm proud to announce that IDW Publishing, which arguably is the publishing god of Comic-Con San Diego, right, is going to celebrate Jack Kirby's 100th birthday. You heard that correctly. They're going to have a special event, July 22nd, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m., room 25 ABC at the San Diego Convention Center. I just wanted to get that out, and sadly, no, it's not a paid endorsement. I'm just letting you know about a special event for the great Jack Kirby. 25 A, B, and C, July 22nd at Comic-Con. Now, Go Warrior says, my friend last year went to Denver Comic-Con and she was 5 feet from Stan Lee. Yes, I've interviewed Stan Lee. Stan Lee's a very nice man. Now, what's Go Warriors? Have you been to the Denver Comic-Con? And hello, everybody. I didn't know if I said hi or not. I'm trying to make sure. Let me see. I've got everybody. I said hi to Barry Lee. Hi to Go Warriors. Who I got? Hi to Mr. Blackman. Oh, how much for the sponsorship? Well, there's a range between 700 and 3,000. That's the range, and you get there are different scales. And by the way, that sponsorship does count toward your overall angel investment, in case you're wondering, Mr. Blackman. So it's between 700 and 2,700 or 3,000, excuse me, $700 and $3,000. There's a range there, and I'm happy to see the pitch deck with the ranges. Okay, and in fact, San Diego Comic-Con is, in terms of its dates, is July 14th to July 14th, July 19th through July 24th. So there you go. Corey says, hey Zinni, I'm excited for the stream tomorrow night. We'll talk about that. Let's do that by email. Okay, please. Just send me an email. My email is Zinni at zinni62.com. Okay, cool. Zinni says, I take it there's a lot of events that they don't like new trailers and such. Well, if you mean, they show the trailers, okay, but they don't like for you to see them. They don't like for the trailers to be photographed. Out of courtesy, and this has become Comic-Con culture, people just shut down their cameras and smartphones and they don't record what's on the screen, all right? Now, the question is, who puts on the greatest show? And I have to tell you that, Hall H is the place to be. Hall H seats about 6,800 people thereabouts. And the best show I've ever seen. Well, let me show you some of the shows. All right, let me see if I can fire up some shows here. And I didn't anticipate doing this, but I should have, because I've got so much that I have. There's so many videos that I've taken over the years, right? That it's a good idea that I do this way. Okay, so I think you're going to enjoy this. In fact, I'd be surprised if you did not. And bear with me, because this is what you're about to see are some of what I consider to be the great shows at Comic-Con that I've experienced. Okay, starting with this in Marvel Comic-Con. I love this particular presentation I'm about to show you here. This was quite something. We have to wade through this a bit, because I have made more YouTube-based Comic-Con videos than any other single person or media outlet in Comic-Con history. Me. So, that's right. Me. I said it. Me. Yes, I did. I meant it. Me. So, this is Spider-Man Homecoming is coming out, right? So here is the Spider-Man Homecoming Comic-Con panel from that day. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna put that on and then put it on full screen and then bring you down. And here, folks, this is the Spider-Man Homecoming Comic-Con panel from 2016.
Hey everyone. Yes, Spider-Man! Ladies and gentlemen, the director of Spider-Man Homecoming, John Watts. Hey, John Watts. We've just started filming this movie in Atlanta, and it's amazing to bring this character portrayed by this guy into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It wouldn't be possible, and wouldn't have been possible without our producing partner on this movie, Amy Pascal, who's out there somewhere. But she is the reason that all of this happened, because she knew what was putting us aside. Here's what's best for the character. Here's what's best for Spidey, who everybody loves Spider-Man.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was such huge news in our world when you guys were getting him back. And to find out that he was going to be in Civil War, and everyone was like, oh, how's this gonna... And then the second he came on screen, it was like, that's the guy. He's the guy. So how is this portrayal of Spider-Man different than what we've seen, and how are you guys tackling it?
Well, first of all, it's a pretty cool universe to be a part of, right? I mean, geez. It's a high school movie. It's a straight-up high school movie. It's about a 15-year-old kid. I always describe it as this is the ground level of the Marvel Universe. You know, we know what it's like to be a billionaire playboy inventor, and we know what it's like to be an alien god from another dimension. We're going to learn what it's like to go to the astral plane, and we're also going to learn what it's like, you know, to have just finished going through puberty and be in 10th grade and be in prison.
Did you bring some stuff today that you can show everyone?
Well, we just are shooting. We should actually be shooting right now, probably. We shot some of the high school stuff, so we can show that.
All right. We should.
Yeah, good. You want to see it?
I want to see it.
All right. They literally flew here today. They're flying out tonight. We've been shooting for 10 days, but here's what we've been shooting.
Okay, that's some of the fun from San Diego Comic-Con. Obviously, I cannot show you what they're talking about here, but that was from last year's. Comic-Con. Somebody leaked the scene. I don't recommend you do that sort of thing. Okay, I don't recommend you leak scenes at Comic-Con if you're going to go to Comic-Con, because you know the studios spend a lot of time and money doing that. Okay, here's the Comic-Con. I'm going to show you this day James Gunn opens the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy panel. Secondly, this is also from last year at Comic-Con, all right? And this was pretty crazy, I thought. This was pretty cool. So bear with me for one moment while I fire this up. Okay. I'm trying to put the mute on.
There is one other movie that we just...
I'm trying to put the mute on. So there's... Oops.
There is one other movie
Hold on a second,
that we
folks.
just...
Alright. I got it. Okay, now here's the enlargement. It's enlarged. And now I'm rolling it back, and it's rolled back, and now I can... There we go. Okay, so there's that. All right, so here we go, folks. 1, 2, 3.
Anyway, we also have Zoe Saldana.
not Godzilla.
Not like Godzilla, Jeff. That's ridiculous. Okay, we have Karen Gillan, who plays Nebula.
Oh my God, you got baby Bob.
All right, okay. Dave Bautista and...
Suck it on, John.
You're scared now.
Do you even lift, bro?
I might want to lick it. What do you think?
Is he gonna lift, bro?
Next, we have a new addition to the Guardians of the Galaxy. We do. Complimentarium as Mantis.
Wait! She doesn't look clean to me. Ted, not my Mantis.
And another introduction, she's a fantastic actress who plays Aisha in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Elizabeth Debicki.
She doesn't look green to me either. Hashtag not my
God damn it, Jeff!
Okay, and finally, one more guy we have here for you tonight. He is one of my favorite people in the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kurt Russell.
Okay, so that is the scene, or was the scene, from San Diego Comic-Con last year. And that was the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 panel. And don't know if you had a chance to see it or not. You know, movie made over $1 billion. Like that. So, like that. So, we've got... Hey Russ, how you doing? I'm going to talk a little Comic-Con for a while, and then I'm going to switch over. Actually, I'm going to stop this stream in a little bit and then start the other one. But this is a preview, okay? So well, because we have YouTube Live. That's how. So at any rate, we've got, in terms of the Comic-Con preview, we've got, hey Patrick, are you there, Mr. Blackman? Just out of curiosity, are you there, Patrick? Hey, Russ. Hey, Mr. Blackman, are you there, Patrick Blackman? And getting a taste of what Comic-Con is about. Just a little taste. Thank you, Russ. A little taste. He may have gone. But at any rate, that is your taste of Comic-Con. In terms of what to expect, Zenny, do they change for admission? Did they charge? No, they don't. Once you're in, you're in. That's it. There's no charge for the panels. You can freely go from one place to the other. Now, Hall H is where things get really dicey. And my recommendation is if you're going to Comic-Con, go to Hall H early, like early in the morning, and get a seat. If you're going to camp out, you know, I would recommend, first of all, if you're going to camp out, hey, look, you know what, it'll be a fun thing to do. What I mean by camping out is this, because I'm talking to you as if you know. There are people who just simply go and they sleep starting at like midnight. They'll take a sleeping bag, lawn chair, and they will sleep overnight in front of the convention center for Hall H. And in the morning, when the doors open and the staff is set up, guess what? They're first in the Hall H. They find their seats and they camp out there. And they are literally rooted there, okay? Now, as a press guy, I can stand on the side and film, or as you saw in the, I call it the bullpen, okay, either place. But that's what people do. The hardcore Comic-Conners, I don't even know if they have hotel rooms. Hey, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Vengex. Hey, Paul, send me an email so I can send you the so I can send you the angel investor tally, because when you contribute as you did, you own a portion of Zenny 62 Media. So, and I will send you the share. And it's proportionate with respect to our, we'll see that on the spreadsheet, okay? So Barry Lee says, look, my love of movies and comics, but no camp out, thanks. You know, I'm wryly toying with the idea of doing it this time. I'm thinking about how to do it the low cost way. You know, I'm gonna get this off my chest. What rankles me is everybody wants free publicity. They want you to talk about them, or they want certain people, you know. But then that publicity basically does them very little. And they exclude people. They don't understand the power of social media or what I do, for example. And so I have a huge volume of Comic-Con material, and yet I don't get I don't get the offerings and setups that others do. And a lot of PR people, they're getting paid to generate publicity for their clients, right? But they expect you as the press person to interview them, and just that's it, okay? If you say, okay, I'm happy to interview, happy to talk about your person that you're representing, do it, not a problem, and then turn around and say, hey, do you have a brand that you want, that you have there that can sponsor our coverage? They go, huh, what? Or they don't consider it. There's a disconnect there that is really interesting. And when I say brand advertising, I mean just, you know, putting your ad on the side or any place else. It's huge exposure. But think of all of the videos that are mine about Comic-Con that appear in search the way that I showed you, and more are coming, including this one. You know, so I'm thinking, gee, what's up with that? So, at any rate, Russ Rivera says I didn't know that. 5 years? 5 years? Oh. That's crazy. Hey, you know, Russ, you know what occurs to me? We should do our own Comic-Con in Oakland. We shouldn't, out of respect, unless my friends at Comic-Con officially endorse it, call it Comic-Con. But I think Oakland is ripe for its own type of Comic-Con style event. What do you think? This is, like I said, this is my 8th year at San Diego Comic-Con, and I've always thought, gee, I need to break out of that, right? Russ says, a limited space and not much drop-off. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I am too. But what do you think about that minimum? That's wild, man. That's absolutely wild. But what do you think about that idea of Oakland having its own, you know, the East Bay having its own Comic-Con style event? Outdoors, you know, using the center of the city as a backdrop, kind of like the Art and Soul Festival, you know? It's just an idea. Well, I get no... ZinsterCon. I've actually thought about having my own convention, you know? I really have. And I think I might just go ahead one of these days and do it. I'm not getting any younger. I'm telling you that. Russ Rivera says, many cities have their own. LA just did theirs. Yeah, LA has one. Austin has one. New York, of course, has one that's gotten to be very popular. Salt Lake City has one. It's in a legal battle with the San Diego Comic-Con people. We've got the aforementioned Denver Comic-Con. We have Albuquerque. We have Tampa Bay Comic-Con. We've got tons of Comic-Cons. We have Comic-Cons coming out of our ears, Comic-Cons. My God. But think about Denver. I said Denver. But think about that. With all that, phew, man, okay. All right, folks, it's 9:14. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to break. Hey, Jamal, how you doing? Dragon Con. And, yeah, well, Dragon Con, right. I'm going to break this one, though, and I'm going to present the NFL live stream. So I'm going to break this live stream, and I will come right back in about 5 to 10 minutes with the NFL live stream. We can get talking, okay? Is it okay? So I will be back, as I promised I would do, a little bit on Comic-Con. Here's that little bit, right? And, okay, all right, so we'll be back. I gotta talk to Russ about the exhibitor thing. Ooh, really? Okay. Hey, Corvette, we'll be back. Watch for the NFL live stream in just a few minutes. We'll be back.